Hi everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Lex Gray Show. I'm Lex Gray, surprise surprise. In this video, I want to make 4 characters using Tunnels and Trolls 5th edition. Now, as a disclaimer, my knowledge in Tunnels and Trolls is very limited. I'm still learning, and my first exposure to the game franchise was actually the mini rules from the Japan booklet, which is right here. Talked about that game a bit, which is also based on the deluxe Tunnels and Trolls, which is one of the latest editions before the creator, I believe, moved on to Monsters and Monsters. So, please excuse any moments where I might blend the deluxe Tunnels and Trolls rules or character creation process with the 5th edition. I'm going to read through the book. This is not a tutorial. This is not a how-to. This is an amateur making 4 characters. So if you are also if you are new to Tunnels and Trolls, and you're curious how an amateur like myself goes through the process, how much time might take. This will be real time, obviously, no editing. I hope it is useful for you and inspires you to make your own characters in Tunnels and Trolls, no matter the edition of the game. Again, the deluxe copy, deluxe Tunnels and Trolls, has 400 pages, FYI. But still, I imagine it's far more defined and organized than the 5th edition copy, which was the official Tunnels and Trolls copy for like decades. So, without any further ado, let's go to the table. I have the book right here. I got 4 character sheets ready to go. This is straight from the book with some moderate editing to remove a sample name. And I got the pencil. This is the most important tool in RPGs. And dice, which is equally important for RPGs. So let's go to the necessary section for character creation, which will be 2.1 here. And we'll roll up our stats and place them as we wish. Let's see, I think it's right. There it is. Okay, so like I said, I snapshot this from PDF copy, this little square rectangle here, remove the name, and I got this not bad result, actually, after a few attempts. So, still got the line in there and the dots above. Okay, let's work on our first character. I'll keep these other 3 behind you. All right, so Fang the Delectable is the sample character name, so let's make our own here. Let's give them actual fantasy names, not just jokes. So let's do Barb. And we'll roll up the stats. I will write down the stats up here and then I'll place them as I see fit. Or I could just place them in straight order and then choose the class, the type, based on the stats. So let's try that. Let's go the conventional route and roll up in order. So here's the first stat. That'll be 4, 8, and then 10. It's going to be 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's 11 for strength. And then roll again. We have 6, 4. That's going to be 10, 13 for IQ. Okay, we're going to roll the next one here. That's going to be 6, 4. That's going to be 8, 10, 12. Okay, 2 more to go. 3 more to go. Constitution. Okay, looks like the Constitution will be a little low, so 5. 7, 8 for Dexterity. Okay. Looks like we got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for Charisma. Okay, so those are the attributes rolled up. And now, it says here after you roll up your prime attributes, then there's type. So, I might be missing it in the book, but it does not appear, this book does not appear to have the doubles method for character creation, or the triples. So, let's go to the other booklet here I have. And just a quick little comparison, just make sure I'm not going crazy here. Super rare triples. Yeah, so in this, again, in this mini rules of deluxe, if you roll triples, you roll again, and you add the result from prior to the new roll. And you can keep going and going and going, and your character can become very powerful. So I do not see that here, and I'm not going to do that. I want to stick within the game. Again, that is if I'm missing it, which I believe I'm not. I don't have, when I read through this, I didn't see any mentions of the triples. Anyways, let's keep going. So let's choose the type. And I want to put a little disclaimer here. I have recorded several times due to some technical issues. I had to redo it. So I don't recall if I mentioned this already. I will not include magic with these characters. So with the short campaign I want to put these characters in, there will not be magic. It'll be very, very low fantasy, low magic. If any magic happens, it's going to be chaotic and super rare. So none of these characters are going to be familiar with magic. They will just be either warrior or rogue. That's it. There's no wizards. There will be no wizard for either any of these four. Just a little disclaimer. So obviously the type I'm going to put for this character based on his stats. Let's see, he has 11 strength, IQ 13. He can either be a, well, let's see, I guess a warrior would do. So we'll type warrior. There we go. And combat adds. So everything else is just a description about the attributes. The level, he's a first level character. So I'll put a 1 here. We have strength, intelligence, luck, constitution. We have, let's see, kin. Kin's next. I will include the possible choices. We have human, obviously. Then there is the elves, dwarves, hobbits, fairies, and leprechauns who live here. So let's say, let's see here, combat adds. I think it's best to choose the kin first before we do anything else, because I think the kin does modify your attributes. So let's go back to the index and the contents table and see if that is going to be the case. Let's see, we have provisions, creating characters. Oh, my apologies. 1.3 was where we started. But yes, here's character types and kindred. So 2.12 is the page we want to go. So keep moving forward here. Creating monsters, 2.12. That's where we need to be. There we go. See, they modify your stats. So with this first character, we will start as a human. Kin. Nothing changes for human. All attributes remain ×1. Okay. And then with the type, warriors, it says here that there are people who are inherently side deficient, which we'll ignore that. Let's see, we get the maximum mileage out of armor and shields. So I will put down, as far as notes here, we have max weapons and shield. Armor, sorry. Weapons, max weapons and armor. Let's see, warriors are based on Robert E. Howard's archetype character. Conan. Okay. Just kind of skipping through here, make sure I don't miss anything. It looks like, so, taught by when they are old enough to become a career the dungeon dwelling. They also get the maximum mileage out of armor. There is a greatest number advantage. Okay, so it says here, get 2 times the normal protection from armor and or shields, because only a warrior has training of use. Okay, so, which means ×2 protection of armor. Shields. Okay, which means the value of the armor will be doubled whether or not it's a shield and a piece of armor. Okay, back to here. So none of our stats were modified by our human choice. Let's see here. Combat adds. Remember this one from hard. So usually any number above 12 for several attributes become your personal adds, which are right here. This spot. So character receives a bonus for exceptional strength, luck, and or dex. Okay. Let's see. Strength, luck, and or dex. Nothing. And if it's less than, which we have in dex, it's a -1. So we actually get a -1 for this warrior. All right, adventure points, gold pieces. Roll 3 dice and times 10. That's our currency. That'll be our gold pieces to spend on equipment. So we have 6, 9, 10 to 100 gold pieces. I'll put that right here underneath, and we'll just go, we'll deplete it as necessary. All right, adventure points, nothing to worry about right now. List all the weapons. We got buy some weapons and armor. Languages, list all languages your character can speak. Let's see. All right. So it says here on earlier editions of Tunnels and Trolls, if a character got an IQ boost of 10 points, he suddenly developed the ability to be fluent in 10 more languages. Language chart in 3.4, library is somewhat more logical means of finding time. We can certainly try that. So let's see. Fang rolled 4 times on the language chart and rolled common twice, but sometimes in past he's also managed to pick up Elvish and Orcish. Okay, well, let's go to the language. So that will be... Let's see, languages, 3 point... Right here, 3.4, so most near the back. 3.4. There it is. Okay. Let's see what the requirements are for IQ. So, it says here, determine what languages a character knows. Use the rules in the table below on the following page. Try to keep up rolling 6 dice. Let's see. Characters always have to be able to speak language native to their own kindred. So, humans, I'm assuming, speak common, the common tongue. I'll write that just down now. Let's see. Characters are always able to speak the language native, thus elves can speak. Animals can speak only their own generic language. See if it's modified by... If the character's intelligence increases, he has 2 options as far as languages go. Alright. Well, I'm going to house roll it, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see, it says here, I need to get 1 roll in the language table of 2 d20 dice, randomized 1 through 100 for each. Intelligence point in excess of 12. Okay, there we go. I was stepping a little too far ahead here. So when a character is created, it gets 1 roll on the language table with 2 d20 dice to randomize 1 through 100 for each intelligence point excess of 12. So every point above intelligence, which I have 1, I can roll on the language list here. So let's go back to 3 point, which is just the next page over. Okay. So, 2d20s, it says, but I'm just going to roll a d100 instead. I'm going to grab that off to the side here. And here we go. So let's see what we roll. I can learn 1 more language, 70. Looks like I get to know Dwarvish. Okay. That's cool. I like that. I'll keep that nearby for the next character. Okay, back to the front to get our weapons and such. Let's see. There's also height and weight. I know there's actually a chart for that. Let's look for that really quick. I know there's a table for height and weight. Let's see. Character height and weight charts 213. There we go. It's just after kindred. Okay, so there's a 3d6 roll. This chart is for humans, and you modify it based on your kindred chart right below here. So I rolled 5, 10, 13. My character will be 6'1", 200 pounds. Okay. 6'1", 200 pounds. All right, excellent. Let's see. All right, next, look at the character sheet. We need height. We took care of weight possible. It's a simple function of strength. Character can lift and carry 10 times as many pounds as his strength points. So that's 111. 110, sorry. Okay. So Fang's capacity, for example, is 130 pounds. 1,300 weight units. So add an extra 0, and that's how we can figure out how much we can carry. Excellent. Okay. Let's see. Now we need to do the weapons and armor, and our character will be complete. Equipping characters. Let's not worry about supplies just yet. Let's see. We have 100 gold pieces to spend. With a warrior, I'm going to assume a sword would be a good start. Hafted pole weapons. Let's see here. These do have requirements on strength and dexterity, and the cost is obviously the weight, so... what I'll do is put a little 0 here. So 110, 0, that's the units, because the weight here is also in units. 170 pounds, it's 170 units. If I'm not mistaken. Make sure I'm correct there. Let's see. Swords. Looking at the here, too heavy. It's possible to use a weapon that's too heavy. Character very tired very quickly. Here we go. Basic unit of exchange is the gold piece. The gold piece is that. Let's see. I'm into the weight. The same 1 weight unit, which is 1/10 a pound. That's the coin. Okay, well, I'm going to assume I'm doing it right. I don't think this is in pounds, because I don't believe... Let's see. Sparrow skin of oil will be 15 pounds. Sandals will be 2 pounds, maybe? That's a little confusing on my part. So what I'll do is, like I said at the beginning, here... Let's see. Weight possible. Simple function 10 times your... Right. 130 pounds with a skill of 13. I'm going to pause the video just for a moment to look at this without wasting more time. Okay, I'm glad there was a sample here because I wrote this down wrong. I need an extra 0 there without that little comma. So, my mistake. Misread it. So we have 1,100 units. Alright, let's get back on track here. So we can carry 1,100 weight units. And for the weapon, let's see, we have 100 gold pieces to spend. And I will give him... Let's do a Gladius. If I'm pronouncing that right. So, Gladius. That's going to be... The stats for that are 3 plus 2, so 3d plus 2. And 10 strength, which we have. 7 dexterity, which we also have, so we're good there. Cost is 50, so that reduces our gold pieces down to 50. And the weight for this, I'll put underneath the weapons, is going to be 70. Okay. I'll put a little line here just to make sure I can get that arbitrary. All right. That's going to be our weapon of choice. Next, we'll go to armor. Let's see. There's armor and shields. All right. Make some room here. 70. Go. Armor. We have complete sets, which cost a good amount of money. We have 50 points left, 50 gold pieces left. Well, we can just spend on leather armor. There we go. Or, yeah, that's all we can spend it on is leather armor. Once I put these guys in a world setting, I will give them some generic weapons. Or, to be honest with you, lately I've been liking the route of just going abstract on general supplies like an iron sword, which is abstract in everything. But a mixture here, I'll include weapons and armor, but in terms of like rope, bedding, clothing, rations, I'm keeping it abstract. Like, just, I'm assuming they have it unless they get kidnapped or captured, stuff like that to be considered. Narratively, of course. Okay. So leather armor. That's going to be, well, remember he has a ×2 armor perk. So 6, which means 12. And the weight of this is 200. So now he has 270 total carried. Okay, so he has no coins whatsoever. Nil. That's our first character. So I'll put a 1 here for character number 2. 1. And then let's move on to our second character. Alright, also going to sharpen our pencil. So, this will do with 2 warriors and 2 rogues. There we go. That's better. The second character will be... I've used his name before. Tarv. We have Barb, Tarv, and let's choose a kin here. Type kin. Okay, so warrior again. Now, I think for... Let's see. Let's roll the stats up before I choose a kin. There we go. We'll do an order. 5, 10, 14. Oh, that's definitely good for a warrior. Okay, we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 for a Q. Okay. 6, 8, 9 for luck. Not bad. Let's see. Have 10, 11 for constitution. Go. We have 6, 9, 10, 11 for dexterity. And then 6, 11, 12 for charisma. So let's see, we have 2 above strength. Strength, luck, and or dexterity, I believe, are the combat adds mentioned from earlier. Up here, bonus for strength, luck, and dexterity. So we have +2 for adds. And then gold pieces, we're going to roll up the 3d6s again. Oh, not too good. 50. Okay, so yikes. All right, so he has 50 to spend. And based on the math from earlier, 1,400 weight units for that. Level 1 based on the stats. Kin, let's choose a kin, shall we? I think it was 3 point something, 2.12. Since he's a warrior, he also gets that little armor bump. 2.12, there it is. I can remember that one from before. So ×2 armor perk. I'm sure that's how I wrote it. Yep, ×2. Kindred, let's make him a dwarf, shall we? So, dwarf. And that gives him strength and con ×2. Yikes. Wow. So ×2. 14, that'll be 28. That's a lot of combat adds. And cons, that's me 22. Wow, so we have above 12 will be 16 combat adds for strength. Then we have 10 for constitution. And luck is the same. So that's me 26. Wow, that is a heck of a bonus. And then we have 2/3 of charisma. So let me get some math here. All right, so charisma gets reduced to 8. Not terrible. Okay, good. And then we need to get the height and weight chart. Okay, so we'll roll it up and then modify it based on the kin. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's going to be 5, 8. So let's see here. Kindred chart, dwarves, 2/3 that, 7/8 that. I'll just say 2/3. We'll put on 5'1", 150 pounds. 150 pounds. There we go. And then we have to purchase our weapons and armor. Languages, we can't forget that. IQ is 10, so actually it's just what he knows. So dwarvish. Narratively, I'll say he can also speak common, since he's part of the party, part of the team. And now into weapons armor, based on the 50 the 50 gold pieces he has. There we go. Okay, so for the dwarves, I'm gonna give him a, well, let's see, most likely a halved weapon or a cheap little dagger. Might give him a cheap little dagger. So yeah, can't do much. Let's see, Swordbreaker. Oh, has some stats to it. Looking at what we can afford, so 10, 25. A lot of choices. Let's say 18. A Qatar. 2 plus 4. I like those stats. We'll do that one. Qatar. That is going to be two dice. Plus 4. Its weight and cost. Strength, well, requirement, he easily handle this. 18 and then 22 for the weight. So 18, so it's down to 22. 32, sorry. 32. The weight is 18. Yep. No, sorry, 22. There we go. And now we need some armor, which gets doubled because we are a warrior. Let's see here. We're down to 32 gold pieces. Armor can be expensive depending on what we get. You cannot wear any full set. We'll have to piece it. So chest, leather jerkin, that's 1. Gloves. You could do 2 gauntlets. That's 4. More than what the chest plate would be. Shields. We can give him a shield. Maybe we can do 10. Well, we'll give him a buckler. A buckler cost 10, so down to 22 now. The buckler is 3, so that's going to be 6 with this perk. And then anything else we can spend, we have 22 more gold pieces to spend on that. Let's see, we can do 2 of the gauntlets. A pair, 1 each. Let's do that. Gauntlets. So that'll put us at... The gauntlets are 2 for total, which is a 4 bonus. And that puts us down to 12 gold pieces. Next will be maybe a helmet. Buckler is considered a shield, so we have that covered. Yeah, we only have 12 gold pieces, so I think a helmet... A face mask. Okay. Well... Oh, I'm not tracking the values for the weight. So, let's see. The buckler was 75. If I just put it over here. The gauntlets are going to be pretty light. 25. Okay, and I'm feeling doing one more, which is the face mask. Which is 1 protection. We're down to now 2 gold pieces left over. I guess I'll have to put in GP, it's right there. So we're right down, can't forget to erase the leftover gold pieces. There it is. Missed that, my last character. So he's going to have a face mask, which provides him with 2 total with that perk. And that weight is going to cost him 25. So he has 75, 100, 125. He's nowhere near his cap. Okay. There we go. That's all he can spend, so that's Tarv. Tarv is complete. He is going to be character number 2. Now move on to character number 3. This will be our rogue. Up here. We'll call him Snipe with a Y. Type, let's actually, let's see. Roll up the stats. I'm always eager to choose the kin first, the kindred, but I hold back that urge. Okay. Let's roll the stats. First one. Yikes, that's pathetic. Strength, 5, 6, that's going to be... That makes sense for strength, if he's a rogue. I'm going to write it down that he's a rogue here. Okay, 5, 9, 10 for IQ. Oh, 12, 13. For luck, that's pretty good. Yikes. Constitution 4, 5. He's a weakling. Hopefully Dex... Ah, that's not good. Alright. I'm going to put this one 3, 4, 5, 6. Hoping for a good roll for Charisma. If not, I'm going to swap. 5. Okay, there we go. 5, 10, 12 for Dexterity. I'll take it. Alright. So Strength is down. Yikes, that's low. Let's swap... Nothing. We'll keep it as it is. So, with the adds, is a level 1 character, obviously. Below 9 is 3. Luck. I have 1 for luck, so that's going to be 2. Dex is normal, so that's -2 for adds. And then we got to roll for the currency. 6, 8, 9. 90 gold pieces. Okay. Yep. Alright, let's go to the kin, which is back here. Wow, I turned right to that. Let's see here. Let's make this guy a elf, perhaps? Hobbit? Oh, he gets a bonus for Dex if I choose a Hobbit. But his strength would be halved. Yikes, that's to be down to 3 and give him a -5 on adds. Ah, heck, let's do it. Never played as a Hobbit before, so Hobbit. So, let's see. Strength is halved, so that's going to be 3. That is the lowest possible roll he could do. Wow, that's pathetic. Constitution times 2. Well, he did need that, so 10. Dexterity. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so Dexterity is a time and a half, so I'll put him at 18 for Dexterity, which is perfect for our roguish-like character. And then next is the table here for the chart for weight, height. We have 6, 11, 13. So 6'1", 200 pounds, but for the hobbits, it's half of that. Okay, so let's see, what did I roll? I rolled at 11, 12, 13. So half of 6'1", let's see, it'll be a 7. So 410. Okay. I'm just basically going down the chart here. 410, 135 pounds. All right. Good. Now let's get our weapons. Oh, you know what? We need to calculate our weight possible. So that'll be weight possible 300. Wow. Not a lot. Okay. Next will be the weapons. Can't carry much, actually. We can start to carry much because I don't include the general supplies. So because he is a rogue, I'm going to give him daggers. Strength required. There's where limitation will sit. So, not much variety here. 3. Spears. Let's see, we have hafted weapons, pole items. Yeah, daggers are the lightest thing he can carry, apparently. We can give him a sling. It's something. Let's do that. 3, yeah. The sling is the best you can do for a ranged weapon. That will cost him 1. Okay. That's a big expenditure right there. That's 2 dice. 2d. The weight is 10. Next will be a weapon, a melee weapon. Let's see. We'll give him a dagger. The best one is this, either these two, Katara or Halidai. I'm pronouncing that right. Let's do the Katara again. That's going to be 2 dice plus 4. Whoops. Okay. That will cost 18. So 72 left over. Weight is 22. He's fine. Does not carry too much yet. And then armor, which I'm probably ignoring restrictions based on either class, the type, or kin, so I'm not too worried about that right now. Let's do armor here. Quilted. Weight, 100. 40 points. He has 40 gold pieces left. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do the kilted silk. Well, you can actually can do leather. We'll do leather. That gives him 6 hits taken. No bonus for that. That cost us 50, so 22 left again. Weight, oh, yikes, 200. Okay, I'll be careful here. 22 gold pieces left to carry. Currently, he's at 232. All right, he's still good for now. Snipe. Professor Snipe. Let's do the Greaves. Yeah, we'll do that. So Greaves, it's cheaper. No, actually, they're more expensive. Let's do the gauntlets again. Gauntlets will cost us 10, so it's down to 12. That's all I'm going to spend for this guy. Here, it's 12 left over. And that is 40 weight pounds, weight units. So 200, 240, 262, 272 total. So he's almost capped. All right, so we can erase the leftovers. Languages, let's see, as common. They all have common, but he speaks his own. Let's see. 3, I think it was. 3 point. Languages, here we go. Hobbit, just Hobbit. Okay. That's all he can speak because his IQ is not above 12. It's below. And then, so, since I'm not including magic here, that's where we're going to have a little improvisation. So, let's see. Let's go back to where kindreds are. I lost my spot, so I got to retrack it here. Types, sorry. So, 211. 211. Almost there. Match developments. Character types. Let's see what rogues can do. Rogues are characters who have the psi ability to use magic, which I'm not including. Have the ability to use any weapon of their choice. Okay. As well as they can learn magic, which we're not doing. So now we'll find weapons. Wizards Guild. Learning spells. Also work with cast spells. It's mostly about magic, it seems. Modified in foot spray. Yep. Okay, so I have to improvise here, give them a certain perk like the other two characters can do. So I'm thinking like in traditional D&D sense, maybe they have advantage for sneaking around, doing things stealthily, so that'll be like an extra d6. Let's give them an extra d6 to roll for anything that has to do with sneaking around, any thievery. So we'll just do that. So I get to roll a plus d6. So plus, yep, d6. D6 for stealth rolls. Saving rolls. Stealth rolls. There we go. Okay. There's character number 3. Complete. On to number 4. Final character in this video. So let's put that character number 4. Name will be Shell. Type, let's see. Well, obviously rogue. That's. Let's give him a kin first, actually, before I roll. I'm going to make him a elf, perhaps, because he does get a boost on that. So I'll make him an elf. There we go. Back to the beginning here. Yikes. 5 for strength. Okay. 12. Wow. 17. Yeah, 17 for IQ. Holy, you'll be the smart one. Let's see, 7, 9 for luck, which is decent. We have a toddler. We'll re-roll that one because of interference. Okay, there we go. 6, 10, 11 for constitution, which is pretty good. Dexterity has to be high. 7, 8. Oh no. I'll swap if I have to. Charisma. Let's see. 7, 8. All right, I'm going to switch constitution dexterity. So 8, 11. 8 for constitution, 11 for dexterities, which is okay. Combat, well, now we need to modify it for kindred, so kindred is back. I always forget what kindred is. There it is. Okay. I should get little bookmarks, little tabs. Alright, elf. Keep bumping the computer mouse there. Alright. Elves, IQ, time and a half. So 17. Let's get some calculator out here. So I'm doing 17 times 1.5. Let's see. 17 times 1.5. Oops. 17 times 1.5. 26 rounded up. For IQ. Yeah, he's definitely be the smartest one. Dexterity gets rolled up to 11 times 1.5. All right. 16.5, so that's 17. Dexterity, 17. That's good. Bumps him up a bit. And then Constitution is cut a bit. Charisma gets times 2. So 16 for Charisma. All right. Constitution is 2/3, so that will be, let's see, 0.66. That's going to be Constitution. Constitution is, let's see, 8. So 8 times 0.66. That's going to be 5.28. Round up to 6. Not too bad. There we go. Combat adds. Below 9, we have 8, 7, 6, 5. That's -4. Luck is normal. Dexterity's up. So -4 plus. We have 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 5. So he has +1. Because of that dexterity bonus. Alright, let's roll our currency. Wow. 120. Gold pieces. Good. His carrying weight limit is 500. Very possible. Let's see. Height and the elves are a little similar, so they're a little taller than the roll. So I'll just go up 1. So we have 5, 9, 10, 11. So I'm going to say 12, 5, 11. 5'11" and 190 pounds. Is a level Oh, he's a level 2 character. So here's like I mentioned earlier. I don't know if this rule is in this game, but I know it's in Deluxe, or at least in the mini rules. The first number of your highest attribute is your level. So he's level 2. He's our only level 2 character, actually. 26. Let me double check that. So we have here... Nope, I'm mistaken. Our dwarf, Tarf, is also level 2. I missed that detail. And yeah, that's it. So, snipe. Yep. All right, good. I'm bringing that deluxe rule to this one. So he's level 2. Now we get to buy our items. We're almost done. Oh yeah, he gets the plus D6 for sneak. For stealth, sorry. For stealth. Stealthy saving rolls. He can speak common. Oh, he can speak a bunch of languages. My gosh, there's a bunch. He is our smartest character. So it's common, elvish. Let's see, let's figure this out. Let's go to our 3-point section. Go from there. Languages. 1 point per. So that's 14 additional languages. Wow. I don't have room for 14 additional languages, so let's just roll up a few more. 80. He can speak giant. Let's do 4 more. 4 more total. 78. Hobbit. Let's see if he can speak what the team speaks. Dwarvish. Let's do 1 more. 57. Elven. Well, that he is an elf, so we'll skip that. 89. Serpentine. Okay. It's Serpentine, dude. Serpentine. I'll stop right there. Okay. So next, now we can do our weapons and armor. And he has the most gold pieces, which is also very interesting. So armor and shields. Despite his low strength, his brain is his weapon of choice. So can I put brain down? Like 10 dice for that, plus 20 for ads. What to get this guy? Let's see. Okay, so maybe he does have a staff because he's so smart. The staff is like the automatic go-to for smart characters. It's like it's their label, their symbol. Let's see where staff's at. Weird weapons. Poisons. Crossbows. Oh, you know what? We can give him a crossbow, but oh shoot, that requires a higher strength for a lot of those. Yeah. Bows, very light bow. He doesn't even match the minimum requirement of 9. Other projectile weapons. Well, let's see. 5 is getting daggers. Well, there's some choices for daggers. Here's spears. You only get 1 of the spear javelin. That's who wants to throw it. We got pole arms. Well, half the weapons only this one he can get. Can't get any of the swords. So, we'll have to do a dagger or a pole or a spear. Let's do a javelin. We'll do a javelin here. Let's see, that'll give us... Javelin gives us 2 dice. The stats are 5 requirement for strength, dexterity 7, he's got that qualified. 10 for cost, so it's down to 110. The weight is 30. So maybe we can give him a few daggers in his pocket, which will be Let's see, the best one for 2, for 5 strength is going to be this 2 here, so I'll do the Haladi, if I'm pronouncing that right. So we'll do this one. We'll say he has 2 of them. So that will bump him up twice. The cost is 50. So it'll be 4 plus 4. So 4 dice plus 4 if he dual wields. Oh, actually plus 8 on that. And he cannot throw it. It is meant to be wielded. Well, yeah, there we go. Alright, the cost of that one is going to be 25 and 15 weight. So 15 weight, 25. So 85 left over for cost. I think that's good for weapons. Definitely a variety there. Now we go to armor. Okay. Armor shields. Let's see. We have some requirements for strength, so his options are a little limited. 5 for back and breastplate. Let's see. Knight's shield. He can't wield a shield if he dual arms. So I'll give him the back and breastplate. So back, breastplate. That'll give him a total of 5. Oh my gosh, you cannot get that. It's too expensive. 250 gold pieces. Yikes. Shoot. So we'll have to give him the quilted silk or cotton clothing. Quilted silk. That'll give him 3. That cost is going to be 40, so he's down to 45. It weighs 100. He's still good on his weight possible. He has 45 left. Let's see what we can do with that. So cost. Arming doublet. Let's do that. Arming doublet. That'll give him 3. Okay. That'll cost us 40. So he's down to 5. So I'll say he has 5 left over for the adventure. And that will be 75 weight. So he's 175, 195, and then 110, 210. Yep, 210 pounds possible. Carry. 5, 95, 05. Yep, 210. Okay. So there you go. Our character is complete for this party. So we have a little recap here. Let's close the booklet. I'm sure I missed a few things, but I will cross that bridge once we get to it. So we have Barb here. Barb, he is our warrior human. There's his stats. We have Tarv, who is our warrior dwarf, level 2. We have Snipe, Professor Snipe, rogue, he's a hobbit, level 1. And our second rogue, Shell, no relation to the gas company, rogue elf, level 2. He's our smartest character in this team. So that'll be our party in our next eventual campaign, short campaign. So that's it for the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Again, this is my first time making 4 characters for using the Tunnels and Trolls 5th edition game. If it helped you, inspire you, or if it gave you some ideas on how simple it can be, especially for me, then I hope it was indeed helpful. So as always, thank you for watching. Please leave your comments below. Feel free to subscribe, like, share, and comment, as I said, and thumbs up. And as always, I appreciate the engagement and the discussions below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.